This is Terry Kleckler. I am talking with Tom Wilson of W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel in Rainsville, Alabama. He is co-owner, funeral director, and an embalmer here in Rainsville at the W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel. Mr. Wilson, thank you for your time. I'll try not to take too much of it. Just had a few questions to ask you. Okay. A little bit about your history and also your perspective of the funeral industry. Okay. So, first of all, can you give me a background of yourself prior to attending mortuary school?
Went to high school and worked on farms, helping haul hay, and worked in potato graders, and that's about it.
All right. What mortuary school did you go to, and why did you want to enter into the funeral service industry?
Went to Kentucky School of Mortuary Science then in Louisville, Kentucky. I think the reason that I was interested in it, when I was just a real small child, my daddy worked at Bolden's at Scottsboro, and I think that's where my interest started out.
All right. Tell me about your time there at college, what you enjoyed the most, and what you took that helped prepare you the most for first getting into the industry.
Probably the best thing that I enjoyed about it was meeting a lot of different people from different areas of the country. Management was really good, helped me, the mortuary management part, and then the school had a contract with a funeral home, and we rotated doing all their embalming, and that was a big help.
All right, thank you. And from the time you got out of college, out of mortuary school, can you go over a brief work history from that point at that time to where you are right now?
Started mortuary school in '71, got out in late '72. Went to work at Kings Valley Chapel in Aniana. Worked there for a year and a half, and then I had to go off for 6 months for basic training for the Guard. Came back and started a funeral home in Geraldine, Harris Wilson Funeral Home, and then sold my part of it. In '87, I built Sand Mountain Funeral Home. We started, had several partners in it, and then built this one in '96. W.T. Wilson's in '96, and it's private owned. Family owned.
All right. And what is it out of everything you do in the funeral industry that you enjoy the most?
Probably the satisfaction of knowing you're helping people. You get a lot of opportunities to help people in their worst possible times.
And what is the one thing that you enjoy the least?
Rude people.
All right. In the entire time that you have been in the funeral service industry, has it ever crossed your mind to leave the profession?
No.
All right. So
I've got a saying, when a lot of people that I went to school with, a lot of the men that be retired by now, and they'll ask when I'm going to retire, and I tell them when they roll me in the back door.
All right. I know that the profession can be very stressful, both physically and emotionally. What do you do away from that relieves your mind, that keeps you balanced, just to keep you fresh so you can help the next family?
I like going to ball games, working out in the cemeteries with the monument work. I like that, just to get away, and picking up death certificates to get away from the phone.
All right. In the time that you've been in the funeral industry, I know there's probably been a lot of changes that has occurred. Can you tell me about some of the changes that you have seen that has been for the better, and some of the changes that have been for the worse, in your personal opinion?
The better is, when I first started, families were still following the hearse home. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning, they'd follow you to the funeral home, and then they wanted the families out, the body out then. They would stay all night and carried the lot home, and at that time had ambulance services associated with the funeral home, and I think that's better that we don't have all that.
And things that may have been better at the original time you started versus now?
Probably more family service, and then more service for the families. It seems like corporations not giving that.
All right. And just one last question. What personal advice would you give to someone just entering the profession today?
Just make your mind up. It's what you want to do, and then be dedicated to it.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.